Without words, my energy speaks. Make the whole room sweat from my lyrical heat. Stump to my own drums, they can never be me. Versatile, unique style, they can't compete. I'm the genre, the element, the murder, the beat. Mugga drop the 808, so I drill the beat. Do it in my sleep. I'm the trend, the beat. I'm the move, make it move, and I'm not for the weak. I drop album every session. Who drive like me? Who max? They get bad, be everything they lack. I'm the light bulb on, guess I'm in my bag. Put the whole team on distribution. Who mag? Tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement. Boston, tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement. Boston, tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement. Boston, tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement. Match my style, wish you could. CEO first lady, I'm better than good. Rain on everything I own as a true queen should. With my own name brand, yeah, I know I look good. Packed house for every show, haters wish they could. Have bottles on the bar, VIP for the stars. Cause everywhere I go is everywhere they are. Not average, I'm savage, don't push me. I'm a nightmare to a nightly, you get me. Blink the wrong way, change it in your whole face. I'm trademark, so beware saying my name. I got people in high places, handling things. That's why I smile as the cash rush to the bank. Real boss queen, my eyes see everything out between. Stay active, not cute on the throne. We like to handle our own, real bosses. Boston, tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement. Boston, tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement. Boston, tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement. Boston, tell me what's a plug to the current. Walking too much talking with no movement.
Woo! That was hot. That was hot. That's a new track, right?
That's that new FIRENATION FLAMEZ bossing. Shout out to Mugga Beats. Shout out to Who
That's hot. That's new shit. It's out. It's hot. Y'all gotta make sure y'all check that shit out.
Run that up.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
On platforms everywhere. So make sure y'all go and get that FIRENATION FLAMEZ joint. Boston. Tell them the title.
Boom, Boston, baby. Y'all already know what it is. Your FIRENATION FLAMEZ. I'm super excited about it. Shout out to Humag Distribution, Miller Fire, Blacksmith on the cover art and engineering, Mugga Beats on the production. That right there was bossing.
We just came out with it just like that because we're super excited. You know what I mean? So we just came right in with it.
What's the plug to occur?
Yeah. Plug to occur.
You plug?
You
but I made it happen.
Y'all gotta make it happen. Welcome back, y'all, to the Comfort Level Podcast. Yes. We are here today.
Back in Studio 206.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we just been running and running.
We've been on go. That's it. We just been
everything's been moving.
So we're here today. I forgot what I was gonna say. Right out. We just been so busy doing things, on the move.
Yes,
it's
everything's been happening.
We're gonna tell y'all a little bit about it later on.
But we got so much to really get into because it is 2 Cent Tuesday.
It's 2 Cent Tuesday, but we're not gonna forget about this 50 years of hip hop because we always gonna do 50 years of hip hop. Something we got something for you coming up. We're gonna talk about that, but it's a lot of stuff going on in the news, and I think one of the biggest story is those 5 Americans that was freed from Iran. And I think they stopped them off somewhere
at Qatar.
Before they even flew them back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But these 5 Americans, let's see, they were in detention and they were on their way back. They stopped at this little place called Doha.
Yeah, Qatar. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. I could be wrong.
Well, all 5 of them, they said they had been designated as wrongfully detained. So they were freed as part of a wider deal that includes the United States unfreezing
$6 billion in Iranian funds.
Yeah. So that brings the Americans to an end of a years-long nightmare for some of those who have been detained. 3 of them, part of the deal was that they, if they had been in prison for more than 5 years, and some of them been detained since 2015.
Wow.
You know, they did get the names, but we're not going to try to pronounce them up in here. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
And they said
Unless
most of I wouldn't even do it. But it says for the most part, a lot of the other American names are not publicly known. So, you know.
Their moms and their wives and stuff, they was unable to leave Iran. They were also on a flight
from Iran to Doha. So, allegedly. From the Biden administration official.
Well, let's see. This is it. So today, 5 innocent Americans who were in prison in Iran are fully coming home. This is what Biden wrote. So their release represents a significant diplomatic breakthrough after years of complicated indirect negotiations between the U.S. and Iran, who don't have formal diplomatic ties.
Well, a senior Biden administration official said the deal has not changed our relationship, with Iran in any way, noting the U.S. will still work to hold Iran accountable, allegedly, in their opinion, for its human rights abuses and to constrain its nuclear program.
Right.
So, guys, make sure you guys keep tuning in. Like, pay attention to what's
going on.
They
want to control. U.S. still wants to control how
there's a lot going on that they're really. I think they really try to hide these type of stories from us by making sure that we're distracted. And if you know what I mean,
with this 50 years of hip hop, because they know that's what we like. So the more they give us, the more we're distracted.
Yeah. So be mindful what's going on in this world. It's really getting crazy.
All right, so this is it. It says, wait a minute, I want to read it down here. I don't want to, oh, now this thing. Can you hear?
No.
Huh?
No.
You don't hear nothing?
Not us.
Mine is fine. I don't know. I gotta fix it. But anyway. No, because the U.S. is watching the money. So that's what I was looking for, the part where they said that on here. Not just what it means for, people to be back with their families and, the torture and stuff that they was going through, but I don't know. I must have missed it. But anyway, they're controlling the money. They're going to watch the money and make sure that they're not using it like for defense. And it says under the agreement between the U.S. and Iran, $6 billion in Iranian funds that have been held in restricted accounts in banks, in their banks.
Oh, wow.
South Korea, was transferred over to their bank. But the details, the funds came from oil sales that were allowed and placed in the account set up under the Trump administration.
Mm-hmm.
So Biden administration officials have stressed that the funds that have been transferred to the accounts,
to their shit show.
Yeah, they can be used by Iran, but only for humanitarian purchases, and that the transaction will be monitored by the U.S. Treasury Department.
That's deep.
Yeah, well, so they didn't want to just give them, they said, we are implementing the arrangement through establishment of what they are calling humanitarian channel in Qatar, which this is this thing coming, which is designed to protect against money laundering and misuse of the funds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah. So they got the people back and they still, got eyes on the money. I don't know what. You all right there? It's the cord or something is out. I don't know. Can you hear it now? Can you hear me now?
No.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm trying to fix the mic. There it is. I couldn't hear nothing. Can you hear it now?
A little bit better.
A little bit better? There you go. Bring the mic in to you.
There
we
up,
go.
Guys? What's
Couldn't
up?
hear it. So, that's what's going on. The people are free. They're going back to with their families, and I think that it's a good thing. I don't know what you guys think about other countries holding our people or any people, capital punishment, captivity, things like that. Like, do you believe in it?
I mean, I think there's a lot that they're not telling us on both ends. I'm pretty sure,
right?
What they're doing is only more than likely a reflection, probably, of some of the things we don't know that's happening in our own grounds.
Yeah.
But that's allegedly, in my opinion. So yes, let's get into that next story.
Let's get into that.
We gotta get into it because I like the distraction part. Ranking the 20 best rappers over 50 years old.
And now I wonder who they're gonna say is the 20 best rappers. Okay, so we know a lot about hip hop. She's gonna tell us more.
So, according to MC Word Weaver, hip hop is a cultural fueled by youthful energy and revolutionary ideas, but age and experience have a way of adding depth and richness to an artist's expression. The game has changed, and the idea of a rapper rocking the mic into their 50s is no longer an anomaly, but proof of the rap game's evolution and the endurance of legendary pioneers.
Okay, before you go on, now there's a lot of rappers that just over the age of 50.
Yeah.
Some of them even start at
they're coming in and they're in their late 30s and 40s. Yeah.
When 2 Chainz first came in, everybody was like, "Damn, he old," and stuff like that. Nope, we love you, Chainz, but you know what I mean. But when he came in, that's what I heard some of the people saying and stuff like that.
I'd say it's the rules. The rules are changing.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I think that the pioneers decided we can't just let this happen.
Please, y'all.
We're not just about to let
everybody come thinks in here that they can rap.
Yeah, so I think they had a point to prove.
Hi, Asia.
And I love the Messiah right there.
Oh, Messiah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's definitely.
I messed your name up. I will chop your name up.
Yeah,
I will chop your name.
I want no nation issues. Yeah, but I think that our pioneers are tired. They're tired of everyone saying, well, hip hop is dead. Hip hop is not dead.
They can't.
It's very much alive. So we just, I think they just wanted to remind them.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, continues to redefine the boundaries of rap longevity with each new verse and business move. Or the legendary Nas, whose immaculate poetic lyricism has only deepened over time. Consider the fiery political rhymes of Chuck D, or the dynamic flows of Busta Rhymes that show no signs of slowing down. In the words, listen,
that's right.
Busta Rhymes said, "We busting ass."
You busting ass. They ain't slowing down. They making sense. Then you got the West Coast, Snoop Dogg and E40.
Yes.
They stay ever relevant.
Yes.
Putting on for the city. Endless new drops add to their catalog.
Yeah.
It's sprawling.
Yeah.
That's right. And then there's the MCs like Eminem, Black Thought. They always got, their craft of rapping in the forefront of their careers.
Absolutely.
The icons not only defy the misconceptions about age in hip hop, but they've also laid the groundwork for future generations to follow and to strive to.
Yeah.
All right.
If they're smart.
That's right. And I know I'm old. I'm still, hanging in the game there, even though I don't rap or whatever. But yeah, just call the people seasons.
All right.
All right.
So
you want to
let's get back
that?
to it. From Nas, this legendary King's Disease 1 to KRS-One, indomitable hip hop spirit and Black Thought's timeless lyricism. Here are the 20 best rappers over 50.
Over 50. You young bucks.
Coming in at number 20.
Snoopy Dogg. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
In 2022, he did Essential Listening.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
Gotta love that. So it says few artists have managed to remain as culturally relevant as Snoop Dogg, from a standout rap rookie spitting gangster tales on Doggy Style to a respected West Coast OG with his own cookbook.
Charlie's here.
Hey, Charlie. Choo-choo. If you guys don't hear Train in the back, that's Charlie.
That's Charlie.
Yes.
He'll be going in a minute.
Yes.
Through.
So, when it comes to Snoop Dogg, a timeless flow that could flip from melodic to menacing on a dime, innate charisma that leaps from every track, and the knack for riding the beat in every way that's almost symbiotic, have all made him an enduring force in the game. At over 50, Snoop hasn't missed a beat, continuing to release music and even acquiring Death Row Records to reintroduce the legendary label to a new generation of rap fans.
So he's 50 what? He over there.
Yeah.
He over 50.
Oh yeah. So he definitely put in his years in hip hop. Who you got next?
The Get the Gab 2018. E40. E40. So y'all remember the ambassador of the Bay. So E40's influence runs deep in hip hop. Vallejo born rap. Where's Vallejo?
Don't give me the line.
Born rap moguls, idiosyncratic flow, intricate slang, and the relentless hustle have not only made him a West Coast legend, but have also propelled him into the conversation of hip hop's greats. And he's 50 plus. Also, E40's output has slowed down. It hasn't slowed down, nor has his creativity diminished.
Yeah. In fact, it's quite the opposite.
That's right.
The Vallejo rapper's wordplay continues to be as inventive as ever, and his distinct delivery remains unmatched. So that's it.
He's an artist who's grown older in the game without growing out of touch, dropping wisdom and street knowledge. Bars. That's right, with the same energy that he brought into the game in the 90s. E4.
That's my pop. Shout out to hip hop.
Number 18. That's right.
Number 18, we got MC.
That's I. MCI.
Boom. That's how you know I'm 80s baby.
She's 80s baby.
I am. Shout out to
he's still relevant in 2022.
Facts.
That's right.
Facts.
MCI. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about him.
You want to go ahead?
I go ahead. Okay. His authenticity, it's palpable. Okay, and a voice that's instantly recognizable when you hear it. MCI has etched himself in hip hop history as one of the premier storytellers. That's right, West Coast, and he's known for his chilling tales of Compton street life. That's right, hood. That's where it is. I guess I didn't know.
Hey,
so it's Compton, right? So his narratives haven't lost their raw edge over time. They just grown more nuanced. That's all, shaped up.
Hey.
You know, so in his 50s, Compton's most wanted a front man. He still sounds as sharp as ever, you know, serving his verses with a grizzled wisdom that only amplifies, you know, their impact. His recent work from DJ Premier.
Executive
DJ
producer.
That's right.
Which way is
west to the 2022 Revolution in Progress? They showcase an artist who has not only aged gracefully, but who continues to add layers to his esteemed legacy. MCI, number 18.
Okay, shout out to Buddha Monk on the check-in. Zoo, see you.
What's up, Zoo?
Big love
in the building. We're going over some of the greatest hip hop legends that are over 50 years old. How do you, boo? We got number 17. We're gonna see if you on this list too. See if you on this list. Raekwon. Oh man, now come on, y'all. Y'all know few MCs
personified the art of some cinematic storytelling, quite like Raekwon the Chef. That's what they saying. This is what they saying.
Talk to him.
They say as a crucial pillar of the Wu-Tang Clan with a solo career that's gifted us with a jewel that is only built for Cuban links. Ray's influence of East Coast hip hop is immeasurable. In his later years, the Chef still cooks up verses that marinate in your mind long after the track ends, which is big facts.
Blending wisdom,
street knowledge in a timeless style. This ain't no silver era for Raekwon. The man's on the platinum run, showing us all how to age like fine wine in this rap game. Dang, that's what they say.
What it do? Next on the list, we got Bun B, relevant with Static Skelton. Yeah, he's from his UGK days with Pimp C. That's right. To his legendary solo career, Bun B has always been a touchstone of Southern rap. His deep commanding voice and dexterous flow have been the backbone of countless Houston anthems, weaving tales of street wisdom, country life, and political consciousness.
But don't mistake Bun for some music and peace. In his 50s, he's still an active and vital part of the game. His recent output, whether it's his 2018 solo album, Return of the Trill, or his latest collaboration with Static Selecta, Trill Static 2.
That's right.
It attests longevity, displaying a consistency and dedication that many young artists would envy.
That's right. Because y'all can't even hold the candle to.
Consistency is key, people.
Oh, look who made the list. Number 15.
Chuck D.
That's right, Chuck D. 2020. What you gonna do when the grid goes down? What you gonna do when the grid goes down? As the vocal powerhouse of Public Enemy, that's right, Chuck D has consistently used his platform to give voice to social and political issues, pioneering an unapologetical, conscious strain of hip-hop. His baritone drawl is instantly recognizable, resonating with the force of a sledgehammer. Sounds like my voice, right? Sledgehammer hitting a gong. Wow. That's right. The Public Enemy frontman has stayed sharp well into his older age as well, levering his voice's seasoned gravity to keep banging against the walls of justice. His rhyme schemes might not be as complex as some, but its clarity and intent are unparalleled. That's right.
Serious.
He's a enduring rap prophet that's just as relevant today as he was in 1987. Who the hell's doing all this texting? This is getting crazy. Fred, he's crazy.
Fred, don't shit.
Yeah.
All right.
He's here. Here where? Where? No, I'm gonna see he's at the door while she tells you about Tech Night.
No, I don't think he's at the door.
What do you mean he's here?
He's at matter of fact, let's give him a little bit of music. Then we come right,
let's give him a little bit of music so
that's
we
what we gotta do.
I got it.
That's what we gotta do.
We've been busy, Asia. All kinds of stuff.
Society, you already know. Always on the move. Salute to everybody who's tuned in. We can give y'all a track. Be right back.
We be on the go.
Tell them go over there. Tell them go over there. Right there. Tell them go over there. Keep you in your atmosphere.
I know you like how I flow. Bust it like a champ. Never move it slow. Planning in advance. Grind on go. Go. Hit it like go. Get it hot. Go. Get it hot. Go. Get it hot. I know you like the way I flow. I'm a good girl with a bad attitude. Do what I want, lift you up and shatter you. Feed you a dream, shut it down right in front of you. Look you in the eyes like this punishment is cause of you. No chill, sure, leave no sympathy. Cry me a river, play me a symphony. Crocodile tears get you clapped in a 16. Coming for a real one, nightmare's reality. Hold up. Yup, yes I did it. Took my shit like a thug with a fitted. Hitting the chain gang, hammering the thing. Popping like a rubber batter bands in the bang bang. Flex on the regular, putting them to sleep. Flow, then I go, only here for the beat. Flex on the regular, putting them to sleep. Flow, then I go, only here for the beat. I know you like how I flow. Bust it like a champ, never move it slow. Planning in advance, grind on go. Hit it like go. Get it hot. Go. Get it hot. Go. Get it hot. I know you like the way I flow.
Tell them go over there. Right there. Tell them go over there. Right there. Tell them go over there. Keep you in your atmosphere. Tell them go over there. Right there. Tell them go over there. Right there. Tell them go over there. Keep you in your atmosphere.
Team watching, cause when I move, my team move. United is stance, I'd advise you to move in your own lane, cause I roll with some bullies. Keep the trunk packed with the snacks and the toolies. It's a movie, cause when we walk in, only network for business, cause no new friends. We created the crowd, so we are the trend. There's no need for you to try, cause my whole team winning. Thought a whole keyboard thug said something. Pull up game sick, one hitter still thumping. Bring our own DJ, the crowd still jumping. Make them get rowdy, cocky, and drink something. Cheek and charms in your lungs, got you Benjamin Button.
Go.
I said the cheek and chong in your lungs, got you Benjamin Button. Now say something. I know you like how I flow. Bust it like a champ, never move it slow. Planning in advance, grind on go. Hit it like go. Get it hot. Go. Get it hot. Go.
Tell them go over there. Right there. Tell them go over there. Right there. Tell them go over there. Keep you in your atmosphere.
I know you like
Go over there. I gotta say it again. Go over there. FIRENATION FLAMEZ featuring Judah Breeze.
Yes, that right there was go.
Go get that, y'all.
Yo, shout out to Mugga Beats once again. Mugga Beats is
today is Tea Tuesday, 2 cent tea, iced tea Tuesday. So yeah,
drink to that.
Like
so we gotta get back to this list here.
All right, back to the list.
Number 14. Who we got, girl? Who we got?
Tech Nine.
Oh,
Tech Nine in the building.
Tech Nine. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm. He's from Kansas City.
Zone. So Tech Nine is a case study in how to age gracefully in hip hop beyond maintaining his razor sharp technical prowess. Tech's greatest asset is his ability to adapt. He's managed to stay ahead of the curve, ushering in a new era of independent success while retaining his chopper style roots. He's still spinning with the speed of Gatling gun, excuse me. I be tongue tied all the time. Making tracks like Worldwide Choppers a breathtaking listening experience. Tech's fiery energy hasn't dampened a bit with age. Instead, he continues to forge his unique path as one of the most successful independent rappers of all time.
I didn't even know some of these people was over 50. You know, I didn't even know some of them was over 50. They got Scarface coming in number 13. Deeply rooted. Oh my God. Scarface. Now, nobody does raw emotional depth in hip hop quite like Scarface, y'all. You know it. His gritty storytelling. He got heavy introspection and social commentary also shaping his Southern rap and beyond. So, you know, Scarface face paints hauntingly realistic pictures of life. He's from Houston, the Houston's underbelly, you know. He illustrates every corner of the human condition with an uncompromising realism. Age has only added layers to his narrative and prowess. Just added to him. You know, his lines, they're seasoned with his life lessons that hit us hard, you know, if not harder. Right. So Scarface hasn't dropped an album for close to a decade.
But that's how you know, that makes you a legend. You know?
He's remained in the spotlight thanks to outstanding features for rappers like Freddie Gibbs, E40, Slim Thug. He's still right there.
Absolutely.
You know? Oh, let's go. This one's for you.
Here she go again. We got Inspector Deck, number 12. Y'all already know.
Still relevant. Still
very, 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 very relevant. One of the Wu-Tang Clan's
many
swords. I don't know. I just keep getting lucky. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Wu. You know what I mean? Buddha Monk, you already know. See, it's because Buddha's on the live. It just came over here. But he is one of Wu-Tang Clan's many swords. He has always been a lyricist. His pen game has given us some of the most iconic verses in hip-hop history, from his scene-setting opener on Triumph to his introspective verse on Cream. Now at 53, the Rebel INS still holds court with his intricate lyricism and superb delivery, proving that rap skills only get better with age. Deck's work as a part of Scarface since 2013 is the ultimate proof that he still got plenty of fire left. Click, boom. Slicing through gritty boom bap production with a finesse that young MCs would die for. Shout out to that.
Cash rules everything around me.
And for those that don't know, because I love to give a fun fact. For those, this is a fun fact I got to know personally, and I got to hear it personally from Buddha Monk. Shout out to Buddha Monk, Wu-Tang Clan. If you listen to Cream and you really listen to it, that sound, that's beautiful little singing voice in the background, that is Buddha Monk, y'all. Just so if you didn't know, shout out to hip hop, because a lot of people did not know the original vocals of that. Definitely, that's Buddha Monk. That is Buddha Monk. I have heard him sing it personally, so I just want to give Buddha Monk his hip hop flowers, no matter what this list says. Buddha Monk, you are a god of gods. I appreciate you. Shout out to you for hip hop, y'all. Fun fact for hip hop right there. That's that part.
A fun fact.
You heard it right there.
Oh my God.
So when y'all hear Cream now, y'all understand why when I hear this, it hits different. Cause now you know.
It's
That's
gonna hit
Buddha Monk,
different.
y'all.
It's gonna hit different now when you hear that. Y'all go run that back right now.
Go run that back. I bet you gonna go play that song. Like, damn, that really is.
You know, we played it on the way out so that we can, you know.
Yeah. I want you to marinate on that.
So I can marinate. I've been saying it. Oh my God. Cool G Rap, son of G Rap. Let's go, son of G Rap. Let's go. Long hair is the progenitor of
Mafioso Rap.
Oh, that's right. He's an uncut gem in the golden age of hip hop crown. His multi-syllabic rhythms and rhymes and gritty street narratives and ferocious delivery have inspired a generation of MCs from Big Pun to Raekwon. But the beauty of G-Rap lies not only in his influence, but in his longevity. That's right. In his 50s.
Yes, the Queen's MC, baby.
He remains a revered figure in the game, still capable of out-rapping most of you niggas. Most. That's right. He has cinematic storytelling, folks, and unmatched technical prowess. So his age hasn't dulled anything. You know, it hasn't dulled G-Rap's
making people's bars. I can't wait to go to. It
hasn't dulled the sword. It hasn't. It only sharpened it.
Y'all better be careful. If I'm nice like this, man.
That's right.
Wait till I turn 50. I'm about to pressure.
Got a lot of coming in number 10. We got a lot. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got a lot of time.
We got 10. We got this. We're coming in number 10. We got 10 more for you. You guys want to hear this? Y'all want to know?
I need to know.
If you don't know, look, it keeps rolling up. If you don't know, you need to know because you're not paying attention to what's going on. You can't stay in your backyard forever. We're gonna discuss that in a few.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because I'm kind of mad about these people in these backyards and keep asking me to come to these backyard events. I'm gonna get with y'all. This is the comfort level, and I want to
drop
feel
2 cents on a Tuesday.
Right. I'm so tired.
We're gonna tell them how we feel. We're gonna drop 2 cents on y'all.
I'm so tired because even though you try to like really give a little,
you trying to support
play and support, like every time you try to say, well.
Sometimes you just gotta say no.
Something has to happen here, or this is good. You know, you never do nothing.
Yeah.
Who we at? Common.
Yes.
Yeah,
number 10 is Common, baby. So Common's evolution as an artist is
everywhere.
Woo.
Yeah. He over 50.
Yes.
That man look like fine wine.
Listen, he really did.
Common's 50, huh?
Go ahead, Common. Call me. I appreciate your 16 bars in advance. You don't have to feel like put in the atmosphere manifestation. Woo. So, from the lo-fi jazzy days of resurrection to the inspired sounds of like water for chocolate, and more recently, the introspective musings on Let Love, the Chi-Town MC, has remained one of the cornerstones of conscious hip hop. Common's pen has only grown wiser and sharper with age. Combine that with his social activism and political commentary, and we have an MC whose raps are as important as ever. Age hasn't slowed Common down one bit. It's only transformed him into an elder statesman whose music continues to reverberate powerfully. Say it again, reverberate
powerfully. See that conscious rap? That's one thing that put people on the map, okay? You can't keep rapping about the same old ghetto-ism.
You like a message.
You know, yes, we definitely like the messages, but we can't keep hearing it over and over and again. You have to inspire and influence the people that are listening to you, and you have to give them something. The thing of it is when I listen to music, I want to feel it right here.
Yes.
You know,
give us something we can feel.
When you tell me I just shot off my 45, you know, or I just shot off my 40 with the red laser, you know what I mean? That's not. You scare me, dog. I don't want to.
Don't pressure me to like your music. Make me love.
No, that makes people
that
beat, could be
the verse, like
that makes people that could be a fan not want to be the fan. Oh, I get KRS One.
You get KRS.
I get KRS One.
Hip hop distracted.
Listen, what we
number
say
9,
about
baby,
this,
KRS One. It's only right that you get KRS One, though, not for nothing.
Well, when you mention the greats of hip hop who are still active,
oh yes,
KRS names, it's going to be forever on the list.
Period.
Okay, it's on that list as always. He's a Bronx MC. Velocity of edutainment. Okay, edutainment. Edutainment. It still resonates, offering lessons wrapped in the bravado and lyricism that defined the golden era. The blast master. He's a blast master. That's right. He still resonates, offering. Did I say that already? He has energetic live performances. Yes. That's right. I went to see him this year, and he has thought-provoking lyrics, and they have hardly wand anywhere. You know what I mean? Instead, the lyrics have become more refined and potent. Just you got to peep his latest album. It says, what is it? I am Crew 12? Something it is. Like I am AMCRU 12. If you need an example, just check that out. You know what? I'm getting tired of this. I'm really getting tired of this, okay? So you're going to do two.
Like this you're going to do 2
straight. You're going to do 2 straight. We're going to do 2 straight. We're going to switch this game right on up. Number 8.
Shout out to number 8, Method Man.
METHOD, man. Oh, my God.
Yes. Because, like, that's right there is manifestation. Expect that.
I'm happy.
I'm going to just thank y'all in advance for y'all 16 too. Like, it's coming. Y'all see that? The world is saying
on fire.
I'm telling you. So Method Man is like a 90s high octane sports car that's been impeccably maintained.
That's a good one.
Whoa! He hasn't lost a step. As the most iconic member of Wu-Tang Clan, that might possibly be debatable. I don't want no smoke that's in it. Meth's raspy and charismatic flow has remained consistently excellent. Just listen to the way he rhymes on Conway the Machine's Lemon. And you'll hear a 52-year-old MC. He not 52. Shout out to Method Man. I'll be a 52.
52.
Yes. While his solo career didn't quite achieve the heights that Takao promised, Method Man's work with the Wu and his endless amount of guest verses has cemented him as one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Well, that's all right.
I mean, he's got weed.
He got work.
He's consistent.
He's one of the greatest rappers of all time.
See, look, you can't even get mad. Look.
Don't nobody. Oh, okay. Don't nobody know. That's right. I got Master Ace, number 7,
baby.
Master Ace.
Boom.
That's right. See? That's that Brooklyn story. All right. Let's see. What's up with Master Ace? Okay, he's aged gracefully in the game. All right. He has a career spanning over 3 decades, starting with the 1990s. Take a look around. That's right. So he's a Brooklyn rapper. His lyricism and storytelling is proudly remains one of hip hop's treasures.
Yes.
Ace's skill of putting together beautifully crafted conceptual albums, whether it's on A Long Hot Summer or N.A. Doom, Y'all remember those? Son of Yvonne. It has assured that his name remains solidified as one of the stronger elder statements of the statesmen of the rap game. Master A. Salute.
It is.
That's right.
Is. What? Who we got?
Yeah. See,
I
told you to do. Oh, I'm done. I told you to do 2 at a time.
I just feel like it's
I
a
told
thing, you know.
I told
you
you
the
to
vibes.
do 2
They
at
know
a
the
time.
vibes. I feel like, you know, I feel like the universe is spying on me a little bit.
You can
Again.
do all the rest of them. I'm done. She can just do all the rest of them. I'm done.
In my defense.
Number 6.
Number 6. Shout out to Ghostface Killer.
Shout out to him.
We baby. It's the Woo, baby. They taking over on this list right here.
They done took over that. They the greatest of all time.
You saying you can't Wu-Tang Clan ain't fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan's Ghostface Killer isn't just standing the test of time. He's acing it. His distinct storytelling and vibrant lyricism are as sharp as ever. Ghost's ability to keep his raw and gritty street narratives compelling even in his 50s is nothing short of marvel. His later works, such as 12 Reasons to Die, 36 Seasons, and Scissorface meets Ghostface, are rich with the same lyrical imagery and intricate narratives that marked his classic Supreme Clientele. Ghostface Killer is living proof.
And just like that, we're back. Just like that.
So
that's right.
We might as well give y'all some music.
Yeah, they need some. Some. We sorry, y'all. We gonna get back. And then I'm gonna tell you who I got. I might make that do another one. Anybody else left in the Wu-Tang? It might be some people. It might be some people. Let's do the East Coast rock. Yeah.
Shout out to Smooth Ass.
To show you how the East Coast rock. I came to show you how the East Coast rock. I came to show you how the East Coast rock. I came to show you how the East Coast rock. I came to show you how the East Coast rock. I came to show you how the East Coast rock.
Mind a little different, passion is consistent. Fire nation flames the name. Don't you forget it, overlooked and underheard. Yeah, they slept on me, but Smooth dropped the beat and said that it's the year of the queen. Hungry and humble, grind so I don't stumble. Opportunity knocked, I triple and damn double. Knocking shoes off of feet, I guess my name is trouble. Reppin' the 413, yeah, I'm made uniquely. They hate what they can't duplicate, cause there's only one me. So is you mad or not, cause my light bulb's on. And even though you wanna hate, you gotta blast this song. Wish that I stayed at the bottom, but I've been up all along. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the boom, cause this is only the start of what I'm born to do. See, many were called, and like I said, I was chosen. You say what you want, but it won't stop the queen from growing. Bar.
To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock.
Musical giant, true iconic fire lord. Feel the swift breeze from the swing of an iron sword. Follow when the lions roar, shine galore as the science pours. Shed light, keep it bright is what I am for. Just an example how I handle my rhythm. A mental precision from the words in the mic collision that burns stinging like bees in a swarm. With this critical lyrical storm, leave your mental deformed. When it harm your physical form, peel the flesh, see the mechanical arm. Pen gain firearm, ring a fire alarm. Will console paint a picture musically, speak the scripture brutally. Usually with fluency, express skills abusively. Learning from those who influence me truthfully. Just a euphony, stripping clowns of nudity. You will see who we be, SMUVE.
I want it. To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock.
Give me the trophy for MVP. Shout out to everybody that doubted me. See, it took some time and now they bound to see that I was always there. All they had to do was see me. Sunstand Squad is my lifestyle. Wake up every day knowing my son and my mama proud. Never said that I was perfect, but damn, fire's worth it. Diamond in the rough, through the flames I had surfaced. Put my hands together, thank the higher power. Could've fell hard, but my trials in power. Just a little bit of grind, another day of time. Never giving up, so I'm utilizing my time. Long as I have a breath, gonna take a step, cause the spotlight's on and I want it all. Long as I have breath, I'ma take a step, cause the spotlight is on and I want it all.
To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock. To show you how the East Coast rock.
Shout out to his last beat. He's up too damn late.
I came to show you how the East Coast rock.
It makes me feel special.
That's how the East Coast rock.
That's how we do it
Okay,
here.
that's how we do it on the East Coast.
You're acting
Coast
up.
rock. Doing a lot of building.
Yes.
They're doing a lot of building. Listen, y'all.
Number 5.
In the next coming weeks, Fire Nation Flames is about to put on a one-woman show right here in the studio.
Oh,
Guys,
we about to do it.
Y'all gonna participate in this. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna start putting artists on so they can perform like for the audience, online audience, so you don't have to worry about nobody coming to your shit, you know. But we need people coming to shit, okay? So before we get into this, well, let's finish this off. Let's finish this off. Who I had? Buster.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got Busta Rhymes. Y'all know Busta Rhymes is 50 plus, okay? That's right.
Ass.
But he still packs that punch, right?
Yes.
He got a flow like a hurricane.
Yes.
Busta do. It's forceful, it's frantic, and it's unrelenting. His latest album, Extinction Level Event 2, The Rap of God. Buster, he proves he still got it. That's right. He laid down the tracks that hit it's like a battering ram. Yeah, Buster's like
straight down a Long Island.
He scared the shit out you. That's the thing. But yeah,
he's the sweetest.
His style remains distinct, and his delivery is dynamic. His energy is unmatched. And as he weaves his intricate narratives and he waxes, lyrical about different world's ills, and Buster, he shows that he's not just surviving in the rap game, that he's thriving. Buster Rhymes.
I don't know too many people who can still spit that rap, and he spits that shit effortlessly.
And he's fast as shit.
Yeah, like he's unmatched.
I've seen him. He was at the Roots picnic this year, and Buster. That shit that you hear, that shit is not put together by the damn engineer. Okay?
Yeah, that's all him. He's really on the mic.
Now this cat right here, I'm getting hot. Y'all, I'm getting hot. I gotta take this off. This cat right here,
number 4.
I can sit here and listen to him rap. I can sit here and listen to rap all day.
Ooh, the fact that Eminem's over 50, though.
That mind. He's over 50?
Yeah. Eminem is in his 50s, a whole different type of beast.
Damn.
Okay? He's done away with the shock factor of his early Slim Shady persona, now focusing on proving he's the rap game's most technical MC.
Slim Shady.
His recent albums filled with dizzying rhyme schemes and staggering wordplay, a testament to his lyrical prowess and intricate storytelling. His flow has morphed into something fast, furious, and unparalleled. And while he's received some flack for his never newer style, there's no denying that M's lyrical acrobatics and sheer rapping skill remain in the league of their own. Shout out to him.
Now, why is it that everybody they mostly ragged on Eminem? You know, I know he came up Slim Shady or whatever, but they actually didn't want to really let him in the game. How can they not let him?
I mean, they tried it, but then look at 8 Mile.
That's what I'm talking
8 Mile
about.
was like,
you can't beat.
When they tell you no, you got to make your own yes, and I think that's something that Eminem has done very well. You know, he's made. I mean, everybody's human.
I wouldn't even question a man like that, though.
But they did. I mean, you got to think about it. Honestly, my thoughts honestly are
white. Because he's white.
No, it's just the game. It's just how it is. You know, they had to see, like, is this just for show? How long you got these bars? How crazy is this dude? He's still here?
That boy got more bars than y'all will ever have, okay? I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. He can be. Line him up. Y'all can just line him up.
Oh, number 3.
444. 444. Okay, I got 444.
Oh.
Jay-Z. Oh, that's right. So what we can say about that hasn't been said already.
I mean, shit, his kids is already.
His legacy is one of the greatest MCs of all time, cemented, okay?
Yeah.
But it's his work,
post 50,
that really showcases his lyrical depth and maturity, okay? 444.
Let's make Copa.
Let's make Copa, guys, and a reflection on legacy and Black excellence. It's a masterclass in introspective lyricism. Ho's wisdom and depth, the depth way that he handles mature themes that sets him apart. In his 50s, Jay-Z isn't just a rapper, he's a sage, he's a mogul, a symbol of evolution and longevity in hip-hop.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is just
Y'all see
rising.
his daughter. Y'all see Blue
rising,
Ivy. I'm just saying.
rising.
Y'all see Blue Ivy continuing the
Okay.
legacy, right? I'm just saying. Smart.
It's rising.
Smart.
Black
Whoa.
Thought gets one. That's
Black
right.
Thought number 2.
Gotta give it to Black Thought.
Yes,
Let's go, Black Thought.
yes. So ain't no doubt about it. Black Thought is a master at work with the mic in his hand. He's like a swordsman from an old kung fu flick. Precise, disciplined,
Philly.
deadly. Okay, Philly native and
Philly.
Roots frontman has been serving up top tier bars since day one. 10 toes down. Thought Streams of Thought series in 2022 cheat codes are just some of the many examples of why he's aged so well in this fast-moving rap world. He's a philosopher king.
Philosopher Kings,
Okay.
he said.
Philosopher
King.
with the mic
I've
delivering
seen that
bars
shit at the Roots.
that
picnic.
read like proverbs as a solo act or with the Roots. Black Thought remains a defining voice in the rap game, schooling youngsters and veterans alike on how to drop lyrical gems. Big love to Black Thought, Philly's finest.
See, my goal in life, is to sit here and have these words for the indie artists that we deal with. I'm going to be saying it about Fire. I'm going to be saying it.
Big love, baby. Big
All
love.
right. So, what? You next?
You got
FIRENATION
the number
Flames.
one. When they say my name, I'm telling you guys, just look, Judy's gonna have the biggest moment because I'm gonna cry like the biggest dork. I swear. I don't think
I
I'll be
cry
able to
about
emotionally handle
everything.
it.
I cry about everything. I've been on here crying. Y'all know I cry. It's crazy. I got Nas, y'all.
Number 1.
And y'all know the rap game wouldn't be the same without Nas. You wouldn't.
Nas, the nasty.
That's right. Illmatic. You know. That's a magnum opus.
Straight out of
From
Queensbridge,
1994.
baby.
That's right. He's solidified his status as a true poet of the streets, a master wordsmith whose poignant storytelling has captured the realities of inner city life, just like a few others. But Nas is the epitome of a street grid, spinning tales of hood politics, love, loss, and the fight for survival with an insight and eloquence that's unmatched. Age is not the menace, it's not skill in the slightest.
Still look like a baby.
That's right. Instead, his voice has become fine wine, maturing, and it taking on new layers of complexity. From his more recent classics like Life is Good and the Grammy-winning King's Disease series, Nas continues to show us that he's not only the best rapper over 50 years old, he's the best, period.
I mean, that's allegedly, in someone's opinion. It's my opinion,
When they say Nas, everybody come running. Everybody listens. Everybody be quiet. Everybody comes running. All right?
Man,
Let him
speaking
drop
of
something.
running,
Let him drop something.
can we go and talk about that ACX1 launch?
All right, we gotta talk about this.
Man.
We got some shit.
Oh man,
for
I
y'all.
mean it's 6 o'clock.
Dope ass shit.
Yo.
Okay, it's not going nowhere without us talking about this. Okay? Period. So this is what happened. Okay, first of all, they had a grand opening. This is Atlantic City, guys.
Yes,
ACX1
Studios.
Formerly known as Ocean One.
Yes.
Okay, anybody that knows Atlantic City know that it's Ocean
Caesar's
One.
Playground.
Okay. Or Boardwalk Mall. Same thing. Everybody knows Ocean One. That's it. Okay, so COO, Chief Operator, ACX1, Studios Chief Operating Officer, Tom Franklin.
Yes.
He said the unique concept includes a mix of retail, restaurants, entertainment, and educational space, and they welcome the music and film industries to the resort.
Yeah.
Right there in Atlantic City. Okay? So let's talk.
Oh, yes. Okay.
We've been there several times.
Yes.
We were there for the grand opening.
Yes.
And these are the highlights.
So, entertainers came from Philadelphia and beyond to celebrate the unique concept that includes a mix of retail, restaurants, entertainment, and educational space. Mayor Marty Small, who was on hand for the grand opening, heralded the municipality's commitment to entertainment and economic development. And quote from Mr. Smalls, Mayor Smalls, excuse me, "We want the community to support and we want those doors to stay open."
ACX1 Studios Chief Operating Officer Don Franklin said the project has cleared many hurdles to get to the grand opening. And even though we're not from Atlantic City, we believe in Atlantic City, Franklin said. He said, "Our goal is to bring many things to Atlantic City, bring back the film industry, bring back some shopping, some retail, bring music, and we want to integrate this building into the community." They got it.
And one of the top tier tenants will be the Laugh House Atlantic City. Man, owned and operated by Roderick.
Mr. Rod. Yes. We had the courtesy of meeting and hanging out with Mr. Rod.
And let's just say we're
twice.
going to be doing a lot.
That's
a
right.
lot. You will see the Comfort Level podcast very closely working with him and many others who were there.
Mr. Rod, he helped launch the careers of comedians Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, J.B. Smooth, and comedian J. Anthony Brown was on it. I thought that was Mike Epps. Wasn't that Mike Epps?
Hey. No, we ended up, we had J. Anthony was there.
No, Mike Epps on the boardwalk. When we was on the boardwalk when they was doing the ribbon cutting.
That might happen.
It was, but listen. I don't want to say nothing though, but listen, I was scared. Right, I was scared because I didn't want to be a lookalike.
We know a few people were there in the building too.
He was taking pictures outside on the boardwalk with Rob. He was like one of the first.
Yeah.
And it was like and I didn't know, and I was scared. I was scared, but that was Mike Epps, yeah, or
possibly.
Possibly. But anyway, you're right there. Governor Phil Murphy and the New Jersey Motion Picture and the Television Commission announced in January that spending on in-state filmmaking exceeded $650 million in 2022. This beat the 500 million record set in 2021, in large part due to New Jersey Film and Digital Music Tax Credit Program reestablished in 2018 and expanded in 2021. But this is the reason why we're telling you this is because of the revenue and what it's going to bring for the city. So I'm going to go through it real fast. Roy Kororkian, the Executive Vice President of the Film Production for ACX1 Studios, said he expects Atlantic City to become a major player in the industry. That's right, and we know that film that they're going to bring film there. You know, they know that Atlantic City is going to become the next Hollywood. All right, so he says we're just going to change the game here. They're not just going to think that Atlantic City is a gambling spot anymore. You won't think about it as we make films, we make TV. Tell them.
Franklin Swartz Korakian
Franklin, Swartz, Korakian, Christopher Aponte, Kofi Bannerman, and our partners. They had that ribbon cutting ceremony at 3 o'clock last week. And then we had the building, tours of the building. They had the special musical performances.
So amazing.
And we was there all night, okay?
So
we was there. It lasted well into the night.
Yes.
So the property has a storied history in Atlantic City, and it's now called ACX1 Studios. That's right. For decades, it was known as the $1 Million, but it fell to fire in 1981. 2 years later, the property was developed into the shops on Ocean One. And most locals, they called it the Ocean One Mall. And throughout the 1980s and the 1990s, the teens and the tourists, they frequent the mall daily for everything from shopping to stress release, in the arcade. And it also provided a place for residents to get their first taste of retail working experience. A lot of the residents from Atlantic City worked there. So, and then in 2003, it's a 900-foot pier with stunning ocean views. It was transferred into the pier at Caesars. So most people know it. Some people know it like that. And then it had the high-end shops. And then in 2015, it became the Playground Pier.
Playground.
That's right. So the sign's still up there. Still, I think it says the Playground Pier right now. Okay. But it had a lot of tenants when it was Ocean One. Yeah. So when they started the building, he said he contacted the owners or whatever. And, everybody's glad to see this come back alive.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you this. Musician Angela Burton and Passion. And she's Angela Burton and the group Passion. That lady I introduced you to, you took a picture with. Yes. I love Angela. She said that she is very excited to know that will be other places for them to perform. Angela does a lot in the city, at the casinos, the beaches, everywhere. So, and then we have Kelvin Johnson. He's a resort native who is a podcaster. He's the founder of LoveCoachAtlanta.com. And he said he could see all the possibilities. He was impressed. He said, I walk those boardwalks going to school. It's great to see a lot of progress happening. It's good for the city. That's Absolutely. Right. So, it's going to be great. So awesome. The Atlantic City there were a lot of artists there. It was really, really cool to be a part of it and, just to be able to, be there and be a witness of everything. Camille K performed, a lot of, a couple of the Humag artists were definitely in the building. Shout out to Rob Swartz, who is the music director of everything. It's really, really cool to see what's going on. Distro Fest is in the making. And, I'm really excited because we got to stay, like she said, we stayed after everything happened, and it was really cool because I gotta give a big shout, and I have to say it. This is the reason why we stayed. We stayed because Rob Swartz made us VIPs. That's why. He did. Rob Swartz made us VIPs for his network. And everything that Rob Swartz had, we're invited to, and Rob treats us like gold. Bottom line, ain't gonna tell a lie. All right, say it. I'm straight out. That part. We had a good time. He didn't want us to leave. We had a good time. We did everything under the sun. He took care of us. We fed us. We ate. We drank. Special announcement we can make, and I did speak to Rob Schwartz, so I now have the okay for it. We actually got to shoot the music video for my new song, Bossing. Yes. Shout out to my girl Cindy And Roxy, yes.
Literally.
And we didn't even know.
I got beautiful entertainers. You guys have to make sure that you guys follow them, check them out. They are tagged all over my page. You'll see a couple of pictures I'll be posting. But shout out to Rob Schwartz and ACX1 Studios. That is literally, I believe, the first music video shot there.
Not only music video shot.
And the Comfort Level podcast was on.
That's
scene
right.
on deck. I know you guys seen a lot of the reels. So stay tuned. Shout out to David, the videographer, Blacksmith, who also did a lot of scene capturing. We got a lot coming.
This is
ACX Studios is.
We got more.
It's crazy.
Okay. Rob has more.
Yes.
ACX1 has
Studios
more.
has a lot more.
Mag Distribution has more. The Distro Fest
2
is coming
October
up.
21st and 22nd.
2 days. It has to be 2 days
Yes.
because there's over 50 artists.
I mean,
performing.
you know, it's a
Over
affair.
So what do you want to do? You could bring a tent.
You should bring a tent.
You should bring a tent.
Snacks. Don't bring snacks because you know we're gonna have.
Or come under my tent. Come under my tent.
And check us
out.
out.
The podcast is going to be out there.
And your girl Fire Nation Flames will be performing.
Grab
it's been
it
announced, so y'all can catch me live performing, and a lot more hot artists are on the lineup as well.
It's crazy. Make sure you check out our pages on Facebook and on social media because we're posting everything there.
Booked
now,
busy.
To get your ticket, you must go to distrofest.com. Okay? Distrofest.com. If you don't know how to spell distro, get out the game.
Yes.
Get out the game.
Yes.
I'm not spelling it for you.
And shout out to my boy Montana Black because Fire Nation Flames and Man Code has officially collaborated in making the Fire Nation Code Flames merch. Gear is out. Go to mancode.com. Shout out to my boy Montana Black. It's such an honor to collab with him.
Come on.
Listen, when I say we booked and busy, we working. No slacking is happening over here with the Comfort Level podcast. We out here doing a lot of things. We out here doing a lot of things. I mean, it's about to get crazy. Even this week, we got stuff going on, right?
Yeah, we got this week. We got going on. I mean, we got mostly interviews. You know what I mean?
On the scene,
mostly interviews, and also we're gonna start collabing with some people and have them come in and you know, everybody has room to learn. So we're gonna have some people that are pioneers in podcasting come in and help us host this show. Yeah. You know, kind of snap it up. You know, get us a little more things going on.
It's like a hit drop it's right always there. It's like little sauce on it. Shout out to Supreme.
It's always a little more that we can do. We're gonna have some live studio guests. We're gonna have some guests online.
We didn't have a couple of guests. We're going to their house to see live.
Our Facebook page.
Definitely want to make sure you subscribe because we actually will be doing a pop-up at a very, very major
Thursday. We can tell them. Thursday we're gonna go and we're gonna have a live sit-in chat with the legendary Intruders. Yes.
I'm so excited about this. Shout out to my boy Earl Lassiter. Is gonna be in the belly.
We got yes, right. So oh God,
it's getting crazy.
Phil Terry is now running the group. Okay, and it's all new. The legacy. Well, it's not that many changes. They do have one new singer, one new member. So we're going to introduce him to you and whatnot, and just let the intruders tell you what's going on with them.
Yes.
Today. So we're going to carry from yesterday till now. Absolutely. From then and now. The Intruders then and now.
Oh, shout out to my
all right
bling queen, Michelle.
And she's not here today.
She keeps me cute, guys. She's
Michelle's
not in today because
she's
busy doing a whole lot.
She will be. Check the comments afterwards.
I'm telling you, my girl Michelle Love Bling.
My number one fan.
Swain. If you need to get cute, you need some accessories, holla at my bling queen. You already know what's up.
That's some nasty stuff. It's straw. It's not nasty, it's just straw.
Absolutely.
Like I poured about that.
That's a lot.
It's crazy.
Wow.
All right, now we have an opinion. We're going to go with this. We have an opinion from, what's his name? From a guy named Kevin Powell. So Kevin Powell is a poet. He's a human and civil rights activist, filmmaker, hip hop historian, and the author of 16 books, including the Kevin Powell Reader. Those are his collective writings, yes. And
his 17th book will be a biography of Tupac Shakur.
That's right. So don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it.
He's very
so his new spoken word poetry album, Grocery Shopping with My Mother, and that's available on all streaming music platforms.
Yes.
So Kevin has an opinion, and we're gonna read through his opinion today and see what you guys' opinions are. You know, so you can either pop in online. Let me see if I got something up in here from him, because I ain't getting shit. I mean, just in case anybody wants to come in online, I guess that would be here, right? Yeah. So you could pop in, or you could call in. You could call in if we have any callers. You could call in, huh?
Definitely call in.
Yeah, let's definitely call in, guys. I can't even find the dang calling line. Here it is. Boom. The calling line is also back. Number 609-315-4445. So you want to give us a call? Give us a call.
Here it
is. Kevin Powell. I am hip hop. I was born and raised in the ghetto. And now 50-something, a black man from one of America's many inner cities weighed down by racism, poverty, violence, neglect, dreams deferred, desperate survival tactics, ugly police community dynamics, and on constant repeat, hopelessness. This is why so many black males across the generations utter these words to anyone who will listen. Hip hop saved my life.
So it says here, because quite literally, at least for me it did, there would be no 16 books, no endless speech invites, no journalism career, no sojourn as a poet, and no traveling America and parts of the world if it weren't not for hip hop. It gave me permission to use my voice to probe why I was black and straight out of poverty. And hip hop taught me to strive for something, anything, against all odds. Hip hop saved my life. It is simply not debatable for a nation of millions of us.
What is debatable is when hip hop began. Yes, hip hop can mark August 11th, 1973, 50 years ago this summer, as the day it all jumped off when West Indian immigrants Cindy Campbell and our brother Clive Campbell, aka DJ Kool Herc, threw a back to school party in the community room of their 1520 Sedgwood Avenue building in South Bronx, New York City. For years, though, some hip-hop heads, me included, believed it was actually November of 1974 up in the Bronx for the Universal Zulu Nation and another founding figure of hip-hop, African Bambaataa. Later, I'm told it was Bambaataa who decided in a closed-door meeting the origin story should point toward here and Cindy and the 1973 instead. Okay. What's his name? Powell.
And Powell goes on to say, but I believe it's deeper than squabbles over this or that date. In 1967, 6 years before Sedgwick Avenue, a couple of significant things happened. One, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. broke with the heart and soul of the civil rights movement and boldly came out against war, declaring that the United States was sending poor blacks and poor whites to fight poor Asian people in a place called Vietnam, and that America was the greatest purveyor, of violence on this earth. The Nobel Peace Prize winning king was blasted as a traitor and unpatriotic.
And second, Kool Herc arrived from Jamaica that same year, making his way to the Bronx, the anointed and undisputed homeland of hip-hop. 1 year later, King would be dead, assassinated, but not before he began to spread the gospel of a poor people's campaign, a crusade for folks like the poor African Americans, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans in the Bronx, who would later give birth to hip-hop. These were people from the same class King warned us not to abandon and forget. In other words, what does it matter if you can sit anywhere on a bus or at a lunch counter, or if you have no money to ride the bus, no money to buy a burger?
What's the point if you have the right if you have nothing to use it? But see, that means hip-hop from the very beginning had one humble definition: making something from nothing. And I definitely grew up in that era. From its inception, hip-hop was rooted in politics and social injustice by virtue of the fact that the four core elements of the culture, DJing, dancing, rapping, and graffiti writing, were a middle finger response to racism and classism, to fight, to white flight from urban centers like New York and Compton, to being abandoned, forgotten, and erased, just like Black history and Black books are being erased, banned, whitewashed in states like Ron DeSantis, Florida, in 2023.
I remember what hip-hop made me feel and think, Pal said, when I first heard the Sugar Hills Gang, Rappers Delight in 1979. That was for me too. Or when I first saw graffiti on entire subways, or when I first danced to the beats that were not those of my mother's Motown or James Brown, but residue of those sounds that were like Mad Scientists, broke apart, recycled, chopped, cut and scratched, until we had something that was spectacularly ours, making something from nothing. Pal said I felt free, alive, and that in the spirit of impoverished conditions under which my single mother and I lived, I finally had music, art forms, a culture that belonged uniquely to me. I tagged graffiti with my magic marker. I learned how to pop and lock and break dance and unfold cardboard boxes on unkind concrete. I memorized early rappers' rhymes, although I never had the audacity to spit them aloud except when no one was looking. This is so good. Okay.
He said, I watched when my best friend construct his own sound system in his bedroom, intersecting electronics in a handmade wooden coffin in which to place his two turntables. You can tell she's so hip hop.
I'm so old.
With his vinyl records to the side, and I wore the hats, the shirts, the pants, the jackets, the coats, the jewelry, and the footwear, which have become the uniforms, the mobile fashion shows, generation of hip hop. Shout out to Big.
But these young bucks today, come on, you wasn't even there, and y'all talking that talk. Yes, Powell said he had been a participant, a documentarian, an activist within and around hip hop culture for 44 of those 50 years. And I've been here all of them. All of them. That's right. All of them.
In the building.
Hip hop taught me how to use my voice, he said. Public enemies. Fight the power. Fight the power. Trust me, listen. Next time you come in here, you want to see my hit sheet from Public Enemy, okay? My hit sheet from Flavor Flav. I'm not playing. And hip-hop taught us about Black political and cultural rebels like John Coltrane, Assata Shakur, Nina Simone, Malcolm X. Hip-hop taught me to question police brutality.
NWAs.
Fuck the police. That's right. And hip-hop gave us delectable snippets of Black history absent from our formal education. Hip-hop instructed us to study jazz, practically anything, A Tribe Called Quest, right? A hip-hop gave us our first and only full-time. Well, this is what Powell said. It gave him his first and only full-time job as a writer at Quincy Jones's Vibe magazine. Hip-hop is given so many words and phrases with which to guide his life to this day. But
as we know,
Michelle's
culture.
Here.
Hey, there goes my queen. What's up, baby? Blinging it.
That's right.
Powell goes on to say, but as we know, culture is similar to politics.
Yeah, hip-hop taught her how to do the butt. Yeah. That's right. Pop locking and all that stuff.
It says there was also a movement of it in your face, Afrocentric and Black radical chic hip-hop.
We get
from the late 1980s to the 1990s. That's right, era.
That's right.
Yes. Largely a response to the Reagan Revolution and its awful trickle-down effects on the people of color that included Public Enemy, X-Clan, KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. But when Dr. Dre's landmark album, The Chronic, appeared all over MTV in the 1993 and sold about 6 million units, it was not just the end of the Black Power era in hip-hop, but also the beginning of a Hollywood-like reproduction of the same movie over and over.
So today, in 2023, 3 decades since the Chronic, we've gone from fighting the power to recreating and mass-producing the worst aspects of the hugely successful record, endless use of the N-word for Black people, endless use of the B word for women, a seemingly endless hatred for queer and transgender people, an intense obsession with guns, with violence in all forms, with drug selling and drug taking, with money and material things, and anti-anything that even remotely questions the images and words we put forth.
He goes on to say, scan closely the Billboard pop and hip-hop charts from early 1993 forward, and with a few exceptions, it is the same formula for hip-hop success across U.S. presidents and technology innovations and generations of us, from Rodney King to George Floyd, from Death Row Records to Tekashi 6ix9ine, from Tupac and Biggie to podcasts and the murder of Pop Smoke. Black self-hatred, hatred of women, destroyed and self-destruct, kill or be killed. Anything for $1, even if it leads to real-life drama or murder. Gone for the most part is the agitating for political change, the diversity of voices. Instead, rap's activist roots have been completely eclipsed by its lowest common denominator, nihilism and greed.
Meanwhile, few rappers that do get political are frolicking with far-right Republicans like it's no big deal. We see Ice Cube driving former Fox News Channel anchor Tuckerman Carlson, who has spread racism, conspiracy theories, and stroked white fear around the hood with Naria care about the optics of the act. The same Ice Cube who wrote NWA's Fuck the Police and became a megastar as one of those early 1990 rappers.
Speaking out against injustice.
He's always speaking out against injustice. And we also see Kanye West, known as Ye. He's wearing Make America Great Again. He's wearing a cap. And he's declaring his love for Donald Trump. And we see Kanye running for president and espousing despicable anti-Semitism among many other, choices. You know what? He could have all, it's too much. Misadventures.
Yeah. He says over the years, hip hop has spawned a generation of rap influenced politicians and activists from Newark, New Jersey, Mayor Wes Baraka to House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, DNY, to Rep. Maxwell Frost, D. To Republican, yeah.
Democrat, New York, to Republican. Cory Bush, Democrat, Missouri.
And I myself even ran for Congress in Brooklyn, New York, unsuccessfully in 2008 and 2010. Wow.
And it pains Pal that you don't see that same fight to power spirit reflected in today's music. It would be a lie to say that hip hop has not always been a party music, a music supremely popular with young people of every generation since the 1970s. And it's become just that. It also seen epic and provocative political statements during the period we call the golden era of hip hop, roughly 1984 to 1998, from the rise of Run DMC as hip hop's first supergroup to the otherworldly success of the album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, arguably most important and enduring hip hop inspired record ever. She said them earrings though.
I'm so hip hop, y'all. I'm so hip hop today.
Yeah, she's so hip hop today. It's cute. But that's what we're talking about,
Yes,
so
man.
There was no such thing, not to us, within the culture during the golden era as a political rap, as gangster rap, as conscious rap, and any of that. Much of these were terms coined by certain kinds of media, namely the mainstream outlets not rooted in the culture, which is partly why Pal has started writing about hip hop himself. So, he's saying that the media made these different types of rap and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So it was all hip hop. And just like George Orwell once said, everything is political. There was no need for us to separate hip hop into categories. Wow. The very fact that Black and Latins, young people, were expressing themselves freely with their music, dance, and their visual art was by its very nature, political. You know what I mean? So that's what he's saying. Yeah. So which is why it's not unusual for a wide array of artists during the golden era to have at least one song per album that waxed poetic about political or a social justice issue. Like, Salt and Pepper, Let's Talk About Sex, Queen Latifah's UNITY, or De La Soul's Millie Pulled a Pistol on Santa. Why?
Because hip hop has also always been the voice of the invisible, the unheard and ignored. Shout out, because that's what my record label represents. It's definitely the overlooked, underheard, So that's huge.
The whole podcast mission.
Huge.
The whole podcast mission.
Huge, period. Yes.
Overload.
Yes. So,
I heard.
Period. Like, that's
level
really
up.
Serious. That part, say it again. Level up. Okay. And there's simply no way a culture born during the upheavals of post-civil rights and post-Vietnam America could be promoting anti-social messages, not a culture that also traveled through the dark periods of crack, AIDS, Reagan, and Bush policies. Remarkably easy access to guns in our hoods, the bloody eruption of gang warfare in the prison industrial complex. So, in these highly polarized times, why aren't we seeing the same political rush today?
Y'all not gonna give hip hop a bad name. I believe that hip hop, beginning with its explosion as a dominant pop art in America and globally in the early 1990s, was also co-opted. What's that? Commodified and turned into something else, pal said.
He says, I recall vividly Tupac Shakur during one of the interviews for Vibe complaining about the record label XX, who told him political or socially conscious hip-hop was not selling any longer and that he was essentially wasting his time making that sort of music. Actually, that sort of music sold quite well. And as mere months before Dr. Dre's The Chronic dropped, the politically minded Arrested Development album, 3 years, 5 months, and 2 days in the life of, was released, selling 4 million units. So, who decided that socially conscious rap didn't sell? And why would someone say to Tupac Shakur, the son of former Black Panther Party member Afeni Shakur, who named her son after Tupac Amaru, the legendary South American revolutionary? I remember thinking it was, well, odd that roughly at the beginning of Bill and Hillary Clinton years in the White House, suddenly the politics and social justice messages from the music were gone mysteriously.
Gone.
Did rappers, including Tupac, methodically become mostly or completely apolitical?
That shit is definitely political. Tupac came from poverty, as most of us did. He made a conscious choice. He put the politics to the side so that he could make real money, okay? But that phase of his career would be short-lived. 1996, a scant 3 months after his 25th birthday, he was gunned down on the Las Vegas Strip. His killer remained free and unknown to this day. I wrote my name on the pole that he was killed by. You know that?
Wow.
Sure. Yeah, I did. Right there. I cried like a baby. It was horrible. Just somebody to tell you, right? Yeah. And everybody's there and writing their name on the pole and everything. This is where Tupac died. And I'm like, my spine chilled.
He goes on to say,
I like to do dope shit.
As for the others, I believe hip-hop had become dangerous to some. In politics, in corporate America, at record labels, in the media, when rappers began to interrogate the political system in this country's warts from uncompromisingly honest angles. When some dared to confront the status quo as Dr. King had done a generation before. And not only was that opposition reaching and educated the Black and Latino young people who founded hip-hop in the first place, but also white young people, Asian young people, indigenous young people, all young people who otherwise were not and still are not learning much of anything about Black and Latino folks in their homes and their communities and their schools and their news media. Or put another way, the erasing of politics from mainstream hip-hop is not all that different from someone deciding that certain kinds of books and certain kinds of history lessons have to be banned, removed from schools state by state because of what young people might start to think and feel and challenge and also do. I've traveled the world and I cannot begin to tell you how many people of all identities told me it was hip-hop that taught them the hard truths about America.
Oh my God. So, alas and tragically, what hip-hop has been turned into mostly post-1998 era. The Lauryn Hill has been a modern-day version of America's long love affair with the minstrel show, the diabolical and inhumane and extremely profitable brand of entertainment that said black folks were ugly, dumb, lazy, useless, violent, dangerous, overly sexualized, prone to be perpetual children, and totally lacking in any morals whatsoever. Minstrelsy was in my was the dominant entertainment in America for about 100 years, okay, with racist stereotypes that did major damage to black people and by extension to every nook of America. Just like the past 25 plus years or so of these stereotypical hip-hop lyrics and images on a loop have done major damage to large chunks of the very communities that build hip-hop, and by extension to every nook of America. Ultimately, racism hurts all of us.
Period.
All of us, period.
Every single person.
Period. Every single person.
He says, if you grew up poor and deprived as I did, self-hating and self-defeating as I was, there were no balanced images of you in your education, or as Lauryn Hill declared, your miseducation. No seeing yourself as a whole human being in history, math, science, literature, nowhere at all. And if, like me, you only get to see yourself in the popular culture of your times, you will inevitably see yourself as ugly, vile, worthless, and other. And you will come to hate yourself and hate people who look like you and believe in your gut. We are nothing more than the N word and the B word.
This man, he's a great writer. Powell says poor people do not want to be poor. And that definitely includes the poor people who created hip hop. But as the lucky few, JC, 50 Cent, Ye, Lil Wayne, Drake, they all transcended and become global pop and cultural ambassadors. We have to ask at what cost to them, to Black America, and to Black people worldwide. They all really have used the N word as if it is a first name, middle name, and a last name. They all readily thrust themselves headfirst into some of the most vile and sexist lyrical content imaginable. They all readily have rapped about violence in some form, occasionally tossing around toxic manhood stereotypes as they were their birthright, as if it was their birthright. And they all readily showed off their money, their material assets, even while the majority of the communities, which many of them continue to struggle financially, just like blacks in the 1973. And they all readily duck and dodge any political or social justice messages in their music, with the exception of a very different Kanye in the 2000s, okay?
Go on to say, if the Jay-Z we see now with massive commemorative exhibition at the Brooklyn Public Library can be someone who fashions himself after Jean-Michel Basquiat, that means he knew better. If 50 Cent can become a multimedia mogul, that means he knew better. If Kanye West can have a college professor mother, that means he knew better. If Lil Wayne could be a high school honor student as he was, that means he knew better. And if Drake could be a preppy child actor born and bred in Canada with a Black American musician father and a Jewish Canadian schoolteacher mother, that means he knew better. But each of these men, I believe, fell into the line with what was selling records, as Tupac was told, and wound up becoming the leaders of the pack. Just like women rappers such as Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Ice Spice feel they have to literally strip down to be what America and the world says Black and Latino women are, sex objects. The modern day Venus Hottentot forever on display in order to have careers, to have anything really, making something out of nothing, even if that something means selling our souls and our bodies to make $1 out of 15 cents. You will not catch fire. None of that. That part. That's a public service announcement real quick.
I know. Kendrick Lamar's different. The way says John Lennon of the Beatles became different because he began to realize that while hip hop, yes, brought him great fame and fortune, he still felt a responsibility to the people in the tradition of Bob Marley and Fela Kuti and Woody Guthrie, that the point of hip hop was not just to become another capitalist, this time in rap blackface, but actually to push back against the capitalism that has decimated communities like in Southern California across generations. And as Lauryn Hill determined, she wanted to be who she was on her terms. Kendrick Lamar, who became the first rap artist to win a Pulitzer Prize in 2018, came to the very same conclusion. But just because Kendrick sold records and won that prize, that don't mean overall his political voice is the norm in hip hop. If anything, that award highlights the fact that there's a vast void between him and the most other rappers. A terrible scenario for the music, for the culture, says Pal. And just to reiterate, the opinions of others does not necessarily depict the opinions of the Comfort Level Podcast.
That's like 17 years.
Well, that's why. What 17 years? What?
Yeah, like 17 years. We're gonna do a lot of reading.
Well, no, we're not we're not reading them more. But this is just let you
just
guys know
what the pioneers are thinking.
Yeah, like this guy, Mr. Pal, he's into, I forgot his first name. He's into hip hop, and he's a writer, he's an author, he writes books, he studies this stuff. So he's seeing things that you guys and us as indie artists and stuff like that, and artists coming up are not seeing. That's why I wanted to bring this story in here. You know what I mean? So, well, the thing of it is the narrative has changed so much. On the other hand, you got millions of artists over here that are, if I want to put it this, and for a lack of other terms, not giving a fuck, okay, about the culture, okay?
That's how it is.
Right. And then you got the artists over here that are fighting for it, that they can't pick up the pen without dropping some knowledge on you and trying to make the world better, truth, and trying to, bringing the truth. You know what I mean? We can't keep hearing your street woes, okay? I can't do it. I'm kind of done.
Listen, put the substance back in the music, and I think that's why the pioneers are really going in now. I think they want to keep making sure that it is a constant reminder.
It is. It's lines in there.
We see what you're doing, and we want you guys to do better. And that's why, as an artist, you need to make sure that you are conscious of what you're putting out there, because our younger generations are watching. So yeah, I get it. Some people, you got to take a moment. Sometimes you got to get a little ratchet. I get it. Okay, cool. But please, at some point, make sure that you're not just falling into lines of, social media wants and what, the distractions they want you to become. You don't have to be a statistic. You can be yourself, and you can shine equally, if not better.
I would rather you rap about something that you have an expertise in, other than walking up and down the street
with your booty out.
With your booty out, with your gun out.
There's so much more to music. Give us something we can feel, man.
Right.
Give us something we can feel.
You want to talk
Even
about
R&B
something.
isn't the same anymore.
So talk about something. Let's talk about something.
You don't always gotta be like a conscious rapper. Let's make that clear. You know, you don't have to be conscious as a rapper, you know, to give a message. You can be very entertaining. You can be a lot of fun. You do not have to cuss. You don't have to say drop every N bomb, every B bomb. You do not have to do that for your music to get heard and for your music to be appreciated. And that's
you don't
coming
have
to me
to
as
tell
artist.
nobody how poor you are.
Just do what
You
you
don't.
do. Be you.
You've done it. You can't do it in every record. That's what I'm saying. You've done it. You told everybody you came up from the bottom, and
So now what's here?
when you say those words that you came up from the bottom, that
Show me the come up.
that starts the
Don't stay at the
movie.
bottom.
No, that starts the movie in my mind. I know what the bottom is.
So don't tell us about the bottom. Tell us what's going on now.
Yeah, but how
You
many
started
times-
from the bottom, now
how
you're
many-
here. What's
right.
here?
How
What is
many-
the now? What are you doing for your future? That's what we
the
want.
bottom is it just
I mean,
means
we know what your bottom was.
it just
speak
means
that
you
piece,
didn't have anything. Now
Yeah,
you have
grow.
to show us what you're gonna do with the
Show
shit
us the
that you
growth,
got.
baby. Show us the evolution.
Show us what you're gonna do with the shit that you got.
That part. You gonna give them another song from rap out?
Yeah, because we can ready to get up out of here.
Yeah, I already know.
You know, we make sure that y'all go. Let me write this down here. Because if y'all ain't here to see what's your name?
Fire Nation Flames.
Perform the
Distro Fest.
That's where you want to
October
go.
21st
You
and
wanna go. The
22nd.
Distro Fest is very easy.
.com.
Distrofest.com.
Shout out to
The Distro
HDX1
Fest.
Studios.
You have a whole entire month. Buy the ticket.
Get your money up.
And then you make arrangements to what you're going to do. You buy the ticket first.
But you want
Because
to
October 1st, guess what? Tickets go up October 1st. So there's different prices. It depends on when you buy your ticket. Early Birds is out right now. Okay. Distrofest.com. Make sure you get on there. You're going to see all us there. You're going to see all your friends. You're going to see. It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much.
Network and build your net worth. You missed it last year. Don't miss it this year.
A lot of people don't have a net worth.
Which is why you need to come and network. It's just that simple.
All right, that's better. Even if you don't have a net worth,
Come
you
put
can
yourself
network,
out there.
Okay.
Meet some people.
Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging. You know,
That
you
part.
may not have a cuddle, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Come on, diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging the same way again.
It was a pigtail for me, guys.
Come on, we out. We out.
Yeah, we love you guys, man.
Peace.
Ain't nothing changed but my level. I've been fucking up the game on a regular. She ain't fucking with you lames cause you regular. Ain't nothing gonna change but my level. Ain't nothing changed but my level. I've been fucking up the game on a regular. She ain't fucking with you lames cause you regular. I've been fucking up the game on a regular.